So I'm basically gonna teach you guys how to play this game as Killer and Survivor. If you guys enjoy this gameplay, just leave a like and subscribe on the video. I'm not gonna be using a mic. I'm just gonna be playing as Killer. So if you guys like to see gameplay, then I'm gonna play with my girlfriend. Teach her the basics and everything that she needs to learn, and basically teach her what's right and what's wrong. So if she watches this video, then she'll know that it's for her. And I will start heading off. So peace. And also, I forgot to say or mention in the video, and it's for others too, not just for my girlfriend. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll continue to let you guys watch the video. Peace. Okay, so one of the things that she did wrong was trap herself in a corner. You never want to do that, especially in a situation where you're getting chased by the killer. You never want to trap yourself in the corner. So always make sure that it's not a dead end. Look inside there, and also pay attention to where you're coming from. And excuse my phone, my girlfriend's just texted me, but you never want to trap yourself in the corner. Make sure you're paying attention to where you're going. Don't freak out as much. Use pallets. Right here, she could have went through and hit me with the pallet, but she timed it too late. So there was a couple of areas where she apparently didn't throw down the pallet. She could have thrown down the pallet, but yeah. Peace out. Okay, so when I destroyed this pallet right here, I went through it and I was just like, what the hell? So eventually you'll see me go through it a bunch of times. And also when it was tipped up, you'll see me go through it. It was just a little glitch. I thought it was funny, so I decided to put it in the video. Also, right here, I just want to let you guys know, if you're screaming, you want to move areas. You don't want to stay in the same area, because if you stay in the same area, killers will know where you are. So you always want to move locations. Just letting you guys know, don't stay in the same location, or else you won't get down like this. So the first mistake is that you could have used the pellet right there to get a distance away from me, and also do not go in the locker and run inside the locker. That was a big mistake right there. So I'll stop talking for this part. Yeah. Okay, before we get into the survivor area, you need to cleanse totems as soon as possible. If there's a totem, also you'll see the mistakes that you made. If you were passing over me 1,000 times, you always want to make sure that you're following the scratch marks. You didn't follow the scratch marks whatsoever. Follow the scratch marks. Do not run and hide in the lockers when you're running. Just go to the locker, hide in there, and also I'm pretty sure you guys can figure out the rest of the mistakes in this video. So if you can figure out what the most of the mistakes that you did and you don't want to do that again, just make sure you do and you listen to everything. Um, Make sure you're hitting the skill checkpoints on time, and also learning from me personally, the good survivor. And yeah, hopefully you take it and learn what I'm doing. And yeah, I'll stop talking for the rest of the video. Peace. that's how you are supposed to play as Survivor. Make sure you time your pellets right, your throwdowns. Don't panic. Look around you. As Killer, make sure you look around the area. Because of the situations that you get yourself into. So make sure you guys look around as Killer. Pay attention to your surroundings. Also, follow those scratch marks. If you don't see any scratch marks, that means that they went outside, or check around the area. Make sure you're paying attention to the scratch marks. A couple of advices, as Killer, look at the scratch marks, pay attention to where you're going, and make sure that you're going the right way, because if not, you're gonna lose the person easy. So make sure you look down at the ground, make sure that the scratch marks have lead to a certain area, make sure if it's suspicious that it stops at an end, make sure you check around the area. As Survivor, now you're supposed to do the generators, make sure you hear the ting, the warning about the skill checkpoints. So that's how I basically played as Survivor. I wanted to show you that, so make sure you do the following steps that I just did. Make sure you want to try not to get hit when you're doing the doors when you're hurt, or else you're not gonna make it. Make sure you try to race against the time of the clock. When you're a Survivor, when the killer has basically shut the hatch on you, make sure you want to do the inner before you do the outer. Make sure you do the inner, because if you do the inner, it's going to make it harder for the killer to do the outer. So make sure you do the outer, and if you do the outer, then you should be good. Like I said, don't do the stupid things like that, or else you will lose your person that you're chasing. As Killer, make sure you're paying attention to scratch marks. Make sure where they go, how they go, where they go. Make sure you check in lockers. If they're not in lockers, then you check around the area. Just don't leave right away, because if you leave right away, there's a possibility that they could do that generator. So make sure you're always paying attention. As Killer and Survivor, make sure you're doing the following steps that I did in the Killer and in the Survivor round. So guys, make sure you please make sure you watch this video from start to finish, because there is gonna be a lot of stuff that you're gonna want to know about this game and want to get better at. So as Survivor, don't lunge through windows, because it will alert the killer. Also, don't go into lockers running in. Make sure you're always not running in, and press R1 or whatever you're using to go inside the locker gently and come out gently. Now, if the killer spots you and he thinks that you're in the closet, you might want to stay there for a little bit, but also move at the same time. So you always want to lunge out, run, always focus, look around you, and that's basically all I got for you guys today. So if you guys enjoyed it, make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe, and if you think it was helpful, please do that. So, and I will see you all guys next time, and I will let you all know what I have, anything new. If anybody has any questions, I will try to answer them in a YouTube video. So thank you guys for coming out and watching this